BagFuel, baby.
Action paction.
BagFuel, we back. I kind of like these shows better when it's just me and you. I feel like that we talk about different things. I feel like that when we have guests on, people always think it's more about Q&A, but it's always supposed to be conversation.
I don't know. People.
Huh? Yo. My bad. Yo. Okay. Yo. I'm in there now? Pause.
In the mic, nigga.
Oh, you can start all over?
Yeah.
Nah, you're good. You good. Okay, all right, cool.
Yeah, Ghost likes to keep all this shit organic. So.
I know. Somebody told me you guys something was on camera.
Because you had told him cut this out. He just left it.
Yeah, he cut it out.
That's why I don't
say nothing.
I did. When somebody called me, it was like, "Oh, you was doing so and so." I said, "Ghost didn't cut that." Did I pick up the phone or something?
Nah, it was something. You was like, "Yo, I got to give an example. Take this part out."
Yeah, he definitely did.
No, of
I
course.
don't know what part you was. That wasn't nothing controversial.
Yo, Esso said on one of the last episodes, I don't know what it is, but whatever your intention is, when they watch this shit, it goes over.
Something happens when they watch it on camera.
Yeah.
It just happened. In the very clip I said it when we talked about Lloyd Banks. And I said, I want to get Lloyd Banks up here to explain. Oh, people don't listen to the whole clip. Oh, Lloyd Banks. Why can't Lloyd do it? Nipsey did it first. This other did it. I'm like, nobody talked about who did it first. Nobody talked about none of that. All we have somebody who's Space Ghost who comes up with topics.
Yes.
And Lloyd Banks is what caught Ghost's eye. So that's what he brought it up, and we said, "Yo, have Banks up there." And it was because Banks people reached out to us and said, "Why don't y'all have Banks come up there?" So it was symmetry, everybody.
Because we wanted to ask from a business standpoint, where you going? You know who we need to ask a business question for? Nick Cannon. What is the business motivation to have dark-skinned women versus light-skinned women? Because he's trending. This is a show he has on the Zeus Network.
But it's not out yet, right? Is it coming out?
Yes, on the Zeus Network.
It's out right now with Suki hosting it.
Yeah, trailer, whatever the fuck it is.
Oh, it's a trailer, okay.
But it's up. And I'm just sitting there like, what motivated you to put this together? Especially Nick Cannon's from an understanding of an era where he knows how sensitive that is. What makes him think he can remix that in today's climate?
He's not doing anything wrong. It's not racist. It's actually it's not racist.
I gotta see what the show's about.
But the way it's described, it's the same race. So if you're talking about dark skin, light skin, you're talking about dark skinned black girls, light skinned black girls.
But why categorize them like that? I didn't want to cut you off, but
they categorized them like that.
Everybody categorizes them that way.
We talking about Zeus Network,
the
Thought
most
Network,
ratchet
network.
I love them.
I ain't got
nothing wrong.
Zeus, if you want to come sign BagFuel, we'll burn that. We'll burn that whole network down.
Kerosene on steroids.
But why is everybody getting so offended about what we already know and people talk about? People talk about light skin, dark skin. It's a big deal in every race. Even you said in Haiti, the light-skinned people have more money
in the mountains,
more influence in the mountains, and the dark-skinned people are over there. You do the same thing with the Dominicans. They do the same thing with the Spanish people. Everything is about light-skinned.
You know what's interesting? I almost equate this to like the N-word, right? People always say, "Oh, light skin, bright skin with the good hair," right? Amongst us, we can talk about it and have fun with it.
Yes.
But now when it's presented as something else, it's racism. It's wrong. So hearing both of y'all speak, you Esso and Ghost, I'm sitting there like, is there really a problem when we're the one that drives it forward more than the other cultures? Now, however, we do know back in the slavery times, the light-skinned slaves got more preferential treatment because of how they look and how the video vixens were pushed forward. So there are other people that feel away because they feel left out. No different than the short guys who don't get the same love like tall guys. It is what it is. Genetic lottery.
Light skin is close to European.
Yes.
Light skin would be the closest thing to white. And we live in a white country, whether people want to accept it or realize it or not. And instead of everybody focusing on the dark skin, light skin, why don't they focus on all the business stuff that Nick Cannon continues to do and has been doing? He is we could talk about him being a consummate businessman, from funding Wild 'N Out, to making money on the Wild 'N Out, to being an actor, to being behind people getting signed to Cash Money like Corey Guns. You know what I'm saying? There are so many different things that Nick Cannon has brought to the table. Why wouldn't we give him a chance to do dark skin, light skin, and see what it's about?
Oh no, I read this wrong. It's not. Is it this on Zeus?
What if that's not even the show now? Because I can't even pay attention.
No, it is right here. It's Bad versus Wild in Las Vegas. Dark skin versus light skin. This is looks like it don't look like it looks like the Wild 'N Out graphics, but it's not a Wild 'N Out show.
Zeus Network, Nick Cannon.
See,
accused of setting black folks back 400 years with light skin versus dark skin battle. It's given field nigga versus house nigga. This is what they're saying.
Yo, see that language? That's what I told you, as this shit could get out of hand, especially now with what Puff has gone through and so many. It's the women now have the leverage. You can't just talk to them or say anything anymore.
But that's not about women, is it?
Not
that a women's show?
Yes, it's all women. What you thought it was dark skin versus light skin niggas?
No, I thought it was just light skinned people. I don't know the show, but what I can say is I feel like everybody is so quick to judge everything.
Yeah.
So now it's giving field nigga versus house nigga, but nobody even saw it yet. Nobody saw it. And it's like the same thing that we say with who's making these charts and who's picking these top 50, who's writing, who is watching it. And who is making a judgment that it's field nigga versus house nigga? Because you know what? People would have judged Love and Hip Hop 2 and said it was Triggy Trash. Yeah. I remember when people were saying Love and Hip Hop was Triggy Trash out loud. And Love and Hip Hop has become one of the biggest shows ever as far as reality.
Yes.
So who's making these choices? Do they really know what the fans and the people want?
The internet is just looking at this series of events. You got Zeus Network, who's already bringing us down as black people. You got Blueface on there wilding. You got the gay dudes on there wilding.
Jocelyn's Cabaret.
Jocelyn on there bugging out.
The gay dudes is black?
Yeah. Really? Magic Johnson son of them niggas? Yeah, hell yeah.
Yeah, Magic Johnson son of them niggas?
Yeah, them niggas is wilding on there.
Your face is hilarious.
So it's like, now it's just another added thing to bring us down. Like now we got to do light skin versus dark skin. The network is.
So let me ask you a question. Let me ask you a question because this reminds me of the music business.
Okay.
Right? And this is your reality show TV is the closest thing you're gonna get to the music business, right? Because it's slut bucket. It's nasty. It's about taking advantage of everybody
all day.
What's the difference?
The difference of what?
People sign paperwork and do different shows and sign different deals because you're in a bad position, right? That's why they're doing this shit. So these are the people that are making us look bad, not the network. The people don't have to go up there and do that slut bucket shit. Now, if we making money and our money's going up on the YouTube, we're making good money, right? 3 months from now, we should be making double, triple the money. Now, we go spend our money.
I'm not mad. I'm the last nigga to be talking about this shit.
So. I'm not mad either because I'm like, if we go spend our money and now we got to do other things, I'm sure Peter Guns doesn't want to do cheaters knowing he's been a cheater and people are fucking on his neck about doing cheaters, right? But he might have to do cheaters. Now, are we going to say that one Peter Guns is making all us black men look bad? No. And that network is exploiting niggas.
I mean, look, listen.
Yeah, so what's the difference?
When it's on that big screen and it's there and it's polarizing and it's
you gotta say what is it? What to do? Because he tried to correct me. Is it polarizing or pulverizing?
Nah,
we gotta say it
that's
right.
too different.
It's polarizing.
Polarizing.
Right? Polarizing. Go ahead.
Pulverizing is like you're pounding something.
Yeah. Okay. Polarizing.
Yeah.
Go ahead.
But you on that big screen. I remember Denzel gave a representation of how powerful that screen is, and he was like, what's the difference between a TV star and a movie star? He's like, the screen we watch you on is this size, but when you go to the movies, it's And so now on that big HD screen that's 100 inches, whatever, we see in this representation. And people just start feeling the way. You got people who are older It's always been a thing in the music videos. Oh my God, why are the light-skinned girls being shown more than the regular girls? But,
because they think those girls look better.
But it's no different
That's
than
their right.
No. When Lizzo was complaining about big girls not
Who?
big, Lizzo.
Who?
Hold on, chill.
I'm taking the dark skin squad.
No, but listen what I'm trying to tell you. Everybody does this. Lizzo was complaining that there ain't no big girls in videos, right? But then when they went to her videos, it's like all you have is brolic diesel dudes. Why you don't have no fat dudes? That went right under the rug. So people choose to show a representation what they feel like the masses want to see. People want to see this light skin versus dark skin.
Yo, I would like to see it because I'm gonna be honest. It's true. It's real, and I'm tired of everybody getting upset because of what other people like. That's
Actually, today in Vegas.
What? It's what?
What's going on today in Vegas?
Yes.
And it's really this new sensitive market is really getting on my nerves. Is because if I like light-skinned girls, so what? That's my preference. If you like, as a woman, tall guys, that's your preference. If you like tall, dark, and ugly, that's your end. If we like slim, light-skinned, and short, that's what I like. Why are you mad? Because if you're brown skin, I'm darker, right? I don't have all of these different problems that other darker skinned people have had. And as a matter of fact, in the summertime, I pride myself on getting as dark as fucking possible.
I mean, like I always say, we got exceptions to the rules. It just works for you. For other people, it ain't gonna work.
I know some brown skinned bad chicks. I know some light skinned bad
The ones
chicks.
on the flyer,
I know
they
some
both
dark
better.
skin. I know some dark skin,
Some of them
brown
chicks on
skin,
the flyer
light
is
skin.
fire.
That's what I'm saying. So I don't understand where that comes from, but I do know people have a preference and they have a right to do that.
This has been going on for hundreds of years. Hundreds of years.
But why is Nick Cannon getting beat up about it?
Because he's the one putting it together.
But
He's
somebody
facilitating.
at the TV network had
Because
to agree
Here's
with
the
you gotta think Nick Cannon has done a lot of white people shit.
Yes.
And now he comes into the black space doing this shit.
Yes.
He
It's
does
like,
some
it's like a travesty.
Wildin' Out is some nigga shit.
Nah.
Wildin' Out is nigga shit.
Whoa,
Don't try it.
hard.
What is he talking about?
Hard. They got battle rappers on
What
Wildin' Out.
is
Like
he talking about?
battle rappers make their biggest bag off Wildin'
Like,
Out.
what is he talking about? Wildin' Out is nigga shit.
But what I'm saying, like he's done white people shit.
And he's done nigga shit too.
Nah,
Yeah,
this is
but
nigga.
This
though.
is
high
This is above
echelon
nigga.
Yes.
His nigga pedestal.
Okay,
Yeah, this is top class.
So I'm
This is
asking-
top class
I'm
nigga
asking,
shit, bro.
What's the penalty if it's top class
It's not-
nigga shit?
I don't care. I'm for it.
Okay, I'm not saying you care, but tell me why is it top nigga shit? Because I don't agree, and I just want to know why.
It's the
why-
way it's positioned, light skin,
Yes.
black,
Yeah.
like light skin.
That's always been a stigma in the culture.
It looked crazy. It looks crazy.
Yeah.
But we live that life every day.
Yeah, but I know.
But this is what we got to think about. We truly live that light skin, dark skin life every day,
But it's-
and now
here's-
because he's gonna put it on TV, now it looks crazy. No, it's
you know,
been crazy.
no.
I got show ideas too. Like I want to see like a version of like Olympic sports with black niggas like in the hood. They can shoot targets. Let's pull out guns. Let's see if y'all can really shoot. Like I want to see
That
shit
would
like
be
that.
fire. Now, Nick Cannon, you need to produce that, the nigga
not giving
Olympics.
niggas
It's
legal
certain
guns and
shit
all
like
that.
niggas think they can jump over gates. Let's see how many niggas can jump over gates.
Oh
behind
my
doors.
God.
Obstacle course. The obstacle course.
It's like American Gladiators, like-
so you need a dog chase him. You need a cop with a dog chase this nigga.
You gotta,
and you
it's-
gotta get away.
the nigga relays. Like it's this.
Yo,
that's what it
and
is.
you could have some ill shit. You take a prisoner and be like
prisoner.
this. Listen. You take a prisoner and be like, yo, you got 10 chances to hit a half-court shot. If not, you get 20 years extra on your sentence, or you get your sentence reduced in half, and the money go to charity. That is ill, bro.
But
What?
everybody.
This is ill.
This is the same nigga that was like black and white is such a travesty. But look,
Yes.
look where his mind goes.
But-
that would be a travesty too.
But here's why.
That would be taking.
Hold
They
on,
would be
I
saying.
understand.
They would be saying you're taking black people
No.
years back. Even with Ghost, I did guns in the hood, jumping over gates. You're taking black people back.
No, it's
40
not.
years
But this
to
is the
come.
shit that y'all
No,
niggas is
because
doing.
white people do the same thing too.
So
They
if
got
you-
other
like-
shows. You got the ninja shows. It's so intensified justify when it comes to us. We get penalized because it's us. You say why we've been living this for all this time. This has been behind the scenes. Think about this. When Ray Rice had that story circulating, nobody gave a fuck until it was shown on video and you saw what happened. So now to see it put plastered in front of our face, we've never seen the words dark skin versus light skin. We've seen it subjectively, subliminally in videos, but now it's like, whoa.
Yeah, but
that's where it's coming from.
I wouldn't mind if I would mind if it wasn't Nick Cannon, but if it's Nick Cannon, I'm cool with
then
it.
you would have wanted it to be Diddy?
Didn't Ray Rice?
If it's Diddy, it's cool with it too.
No, what
But
you
didn't Ray Rice's situation shed light on what's going on, right? And why can't light skin versus dark skin shed light the same way? Maybe we need to see it. Maybe because that was going on behind the scenes, it needed to be seen, and that might have stopped a lot of other men from doing what Ray Rice did. Maybe this light skin dark skin.
This is too deep. Y'all go way too deep with the Ray Rice.
Hey, you never know, Ghost.
Because he used an example of
an analogy,
of a visual. Okay, so I'm saying you take this light skin, dark skin, and now you're giving
You're breaking it down perfectly.
And now you're giving it a visual. It needs to be seen because this is the ridiculousness that's been going on.
But we have seen this shit.
No, when
in the hood, us.
This is the point.
Yes.
This is the point. We know that this goes on. So the people, the upper echelon is like, this is going to set us back. Yeah, no, it's been setting us back. Even if it's not on TV, it's setting us back because this is the way we're living. I'm glad that Nick Cannon is having enough heart because it takes heart to think out the box to expose something that needs to be exposed. Maybe it'll shed light on younger kids and older people, see how dumb we look talking about light skin and dark skin, and maybe it'll push us forward.
Final thoughts?
So. I don't think so. GTA 6 came out. It looks like Miami crazy.
Yeah, they got
And
the
it's
Haitian
gonna-
flag in
It's
there.
not going to change Miami at all. It's not going to change Miami at all. Niggas in the hood is still going to act the same way they do. They's going to ramp it up more to me.
Okay.
I mean, it all depends. Life is about options, exposure. You know, you never know. It might take 20 years.
I got a question to y'all. Because y'all been doing this longer than me, where do y'all see the podcast and the YouTube space moving into?
I've already said it, but I'll let Ghost go first.
Where it moving to?
Yeah.
Where's it moving to right now?
It's TV shows. I don't see it moving anywhere. I just see the people in it diversifying and doing other things.
That's what I was saying. Yeah.
I don't see it going because it's been this way for so long. Like it's just a medium of what it is. Hopefully we get streaming and we get some streaming fucking money. Other than that, it's like
where will we be getting the streaming money from?
Like from the people that we putting it out, like iTunes and fucking Spotify and these niggas.
So when our podcast is going up on Spotify and all that, we don't get no money from it.
That's the problem. That's the problem.
What's our benefit from putting it up there? This is what I'm asking. So
we can take it down.
No,
but the benefit is there's a fan base there that listens to podcasts.
So they're getting ad revenue.
That's the problem. We need a big fucking revolt.
So let me get this straight.
Yes.
We're on Spotify and iTunes and all that.
Yep.
And they're taking our shit. We're getting not $1 off of it, and they're still getting ads from it. And because we're not
I don't think they get ads. I don't think we get ads because we're not a part of this.
No, they're getting ads.
But they're getting ads. Yes,
they're getting ads,
sure.
and they're using people like us that are putting mad shit up there and getting ads based upon what we're giving them for fucking free. I think I want to take our shit down. Fuck them.
I necessarily don't want to take it down. I remember when I had this job long ago, right? And I had been on the job for 2 weeks. And they couldn't get anybody to train any of the workers. So they came to me and said, yo, you tested well at this job. Would you mind training people? I said, bet. And he was like, you won't get paid right away. I said, that's cool. So then he came back like a few moments later. He's like, do I mind if I ask you why you would do something that ain't going to have no monetary benefit? I said, the eventuality is we're going to get paid for it. I want you to give me a bigger rate than everybody else.
That's not the reason.
No. But my example is the eventuality, especially. No, hold on.
What if this never comes?
Hold on. Chill. The eventuality, because artists who stream on there get paid. And remember that person you include met that said what's gonna happen in 2024? We know that
Come on, Leo Cohen.
yes, there's gonna be a shift. And someone's gonna say, hey, we can really make more money off this stream and cut them a check the same way we cut the artists. The eventuality is having these discussions, because now what you just said is key. I'm going to yank my shit off. These people start yanking. That's a big revenue source.
But these people are not smart. And these people are looking for clout, not money. I'm smart.
But in a sense,
hold on,
people have audio ads, though. Like, they just leverage the audio numbers.
What's the audio ad?
Like a read.
Leverage the audio. Yeah, they read. Like, they leverage the audio numbers to get the read. It's just not coming. The money's not coming from
directly
the streaming service.
That's like what we're doing. It's the same thing
basically.
we're doing.
So a read would be
at least YouTube, when you monetize, you get views, and they're at least giving you $1 out of every 600.
YouTube is the best, creator paying platform.
Yes.
But it's the best playing platform, but because all the other ones is trash.
Yeah.
No,
So
I wouldn't say they're trash.
Understand this. If they have to be trash. Let me explain this to you. They have to be trash. This is simple. We're getting, if YouTube is the best, and we're getting $1
in the world,
and we're getting $1 out of every $600, that's trash. So if this is the best, everything else is super duper trash. That's easy to figure out.
You know what this sounds like? The music business.
It is. Leo Cohen runs YouTube. It's a business. It's a music business model for views.
But we know what the future is coming up. We've already had intimate knowledge. So everyone that's doing what we're doing in our space or above is on the right track. Some are gonna get destroyed by the wayside, more or less.
I don't care about letting people know what's coming. I don't care. See, I tell him information and he still wants to share it.
No, I'm not telling nothing. I never said. Hold on, what did I say?
He's still trying. Listen,
I didn't. No, I didn't say nothing.
He's still throwing subliminals. Like,
What's subs?
We know what's coming on, and the people let them.
Hold on. This is just enticing. This is part of the entertainment.
What if it never comes? That's
yes,
the
it
thing.
is.
Like, you can't account for what is not happening. You got to account for what's happening now.
I mean,
so this is what's happening. If you want to yank it from Spotify and get it, I'm with it. I don't care. But I know that there's a fan base of people, because that's how I discovered podcasting.
So I
just
listen,
from audio,
and that's why I listen to y'all when I'm throwing stuff out there. That's not necessarily just so y'all people know. I'm not necessarily let's go take it down now. That's my way of suggesting to my team.
It's just another way to gain
popularity
to come over, and they're gonna check out the YouTube because they're gonna see. We want to see what shit look like.
But see, now, what if we weren't smart or knowledgeable? Because you don't have to be smart to be knowledgeable, and didn't know how to convert these things into money.
Then that's just what it is.
Yeah, then it's a waste for people. That's why you just be on YouTube.
Because most podcasters, to me, is clout chasing. That's what they doing, because they're not trying to make money. They want to be heard.
I mean, I don't know what, because I don't know. You're basing it upon the New York podcast and these other herb niggas. There's big podcasters that I pay attention. I just pay attention to the niggas who matter. I don't pay attention to these little niggas down here. The niggas who matter, they are parlaying it into selling out Madison Square Garden and shit like that. Like, it doesn't.
But we was once them little niggas didn't.
Fuck, I get it. You're a businessman. You don't look up to the little nigga that just started his bakery. Like, if you selling bread,
that's it.
I'm looking up to, like, McDonald's. I gotta get all these fucking buns on this fucking.
And it's also part of your leverage when you go to negotiate, because now, whenever people talk about our numbers, we give them everything. The TikTok, they ask for YouTube, they ask for Spotify, Instagram. So now, if you're able to leverage 1 million downloads a month or whatever works for the specific people, that gives you leverage. You have that's 1 million people. You have 2 million ears tuning in. They got to negotiate with you very differently. We just came back from a couple of meetings. They was already like, we got to talk to you guys differently because of how you're landing with this content. It's devastating. And when they find out who's involved, they're always in shock, because they're like, holy shit. It's no different when I have one of my meetings at these companies, and they're just like, how are you doing this? I'm like, just like this. And they're just like, no, there's a secret to this. I'm like, no, there ain't. I'm just doing this. So
because they don't pay attention. Because they
Yeah,
don't
they
know
don't
the
pay
market.
attention.
They don't know that there's other niggas out. Like Joe Rogan is not a big machine. He has Jamie who does his shooting and audio, and he has Joe Rogan, and that's it. Then it's Spotify backing him.
Yep.
This is two niggas.
But that Spotify backing him is
No,
8
Spotify
million.
backed him after the fact.
Okay.
Yeah, he been
He
that was
been
his
cooking
crew.
with just one nigga and him. Then he gets a guest. Like him is a nigga and a guest.
Yeah, and then
So if they're running it up for 10, 20
But Joe,
years,
but the
it's
thing
like, what are we talking
the
about?
thing that bothers me that when we mention Joe Rogan is like mentioning Joe Buttons and them on a different level because Joe Rogan was already on television. He already had connections. So when we keep talking about these people,
I understand.
these people are
what you're
not.
saying.
But this is what I'm saying. You taking a dude from TV with massive connections. Of course, he's
Because
gonna
if
be
I
able to
watched his rise, right, he has connections, yes, but the first 3 years,
it's like, yeah.
those connections are washed over already. He used all the people. It's and then he's recycling people over and over and over. He's
recycles a lot of
recycling
people.
people over and over, and it still hits every time. So it's a way of looking.
Why?
Okay, why
I'ma
is
tell you
that
why.
work?
It's comfortability. Well, no, I'm gonna give you a whole rollout.
Comfortability from who?
He grew an audience. He grew an audience that just I don't give a fuck who's on there. I'm watching it.
No, what it is, right? He's already been on television, and these people that he knew, it's like you know a lot of famous people. So just imagine now we take all the famous people that you know and I know and sit them down for 3.5 hours and smoke weed and chill. And it's no standard Q&A. We're talking about aliens. We're talking about pizza.
Okay.
We're talking about politics. But he's multifaceted. He's very diverse in his conversation. He doesn't know everything, but he's knowledgeable in everything. And it just builds differently. And that's it. He just caught it that way. That's all it is.
That's how y'all feel about it. I don't agree.
No.
He caught it because the motherfucker was on TV. He knows people. He knows how to do things, and they have back office shit.
Nah,
Just
that's
like,
not how it went.
Yo, bro.
I watch it.
Bro. I was with Leo Cohen, okay? And I said, Clue, tell him about our channel. Because if you tell him about our channel, you know what's going to happen to our channel? It's up.
Yeah, but I understand. You're looking at it from I'm telling you, hold on. When he started on YouTube, there was no
He
algorithm.
didn't start on YouTube. Let's just start there.
Hold on. So when
Start on Ustream.
Ustream,
Not
okay,
even YouTube.
which is a bullshit platform.
He didn't get paid.
No, that was a bullshit platform.
Joe Buttons was on Ustream, too.
Yeah,
But
he was on
was
Ustream,
not doing podcasts, though.
No, but he was on Ustream.
Yeah, everybody.
Yeah, I was on Ustream.
Yeah, we all were.
It's just
it just
not-
fizzled out.
But he was doing his podcast that he's doing now on Ustream. It's a whole different setup. So when you've been doing podcasting for that long, you're at the top. You getting the big bag.
All right, can I say
You
something?
caught- you
Can I
garnered
say
the
something?
audience.
Can I say something? We had 200 followers
Yeah.
when we did YG. YG was the hottest thing in the world. Right? You know why we did that? Because we knew niggas.
Yeah.
And it wasn't on no bigger YouTube platform. We were only dropping shit on Instagram. Why? Because that's what the way
Yeah,
was.
but you're equating today.
who did more numbers? YG or Bigger?
It's two totally different times.
No, they both did
I'm
the
talking
same
about the
amount.
person. Like YG
did-
got more pull.
YG did wild numbers.
800,000.
YG did wild numbers for us and nobody knew it. This is what
Yeah, but hold on. I'm telling you, I've seen people have big names and it doesn't translate.
Y'all not letting me make my point.
Okay, but you're comparing 15 years ago.
No, y'all not letting.
All right, go.
Because you're not letting me make my point.
All right, go for it.
Because y'all keep telling
no,
me.
go for
about-
it.
'cause y'all-
I'm telling you, go for it. Make it.
I am, bro.
All right.
Okay. Joe Rogan is a commodity before he comes to Ustream. He's a commodity. He has connections. Do y'all understand that if Clue wanted to fuck with Gary Vee and fuck with VaynerMedia, you know what Gary Vee's gonna say? Go do it first. He's not gonna bring you
So
in.
Gary Vee was a commodity before he
He's
came
not.
to YouTube?
I'm telling you. I'm giving you an example. We're not talking. See, y'all trying to make a point, but you're not listening.
I'm just talking about growth.
No, I'm talking about the back end of growth. I'm talking about the business end. I'm talking about the end. I'm talking about the end that y'all not thinking of. Y'all are saying Joe Rogan, you stream, blah, blah, blah. We don't know nothing. He could have had the niggas from Ustream could have put him up there.
No, they didn't.
That's hold on. We're giving you the history.
I'm giving you an example.
No, I know that.
Now you're cutting me off
Yo.
again.
Let me show you.
I don't need you to show me.
All right.
I need you to listen.
Okay.
Okay? That's it. When you have back office business and connections and things going on, it's the same way when people was looking at us, how is this happening? How is this happening? They're not on doing nothing that's not a big deal. Why are they with these people? Why are they doing this? Why? Because y'all don't know. Y'all are looking at me from this nigga who has 200 fucking subscribers or followers. Y'all not looking at the nigga who been in the music business for 20 years and knows everybody. That's why it's happening. When we were getting paid to have guests on our show when we had 200 followers from Def Jam, why? Nobody knew that. They were thinking we were just having the people, but niggas was paying us and nobody knew it. Why? Because we had back office connections that don't nobody know about. I just don't understand why y'all don't think that this white man named Joe Rogan, who's been on television, would not have connections to help him blow up.
Because we're trying to tell you, you're arguing with us.
I'm not saying you're wrong.
But no, because you don't want to hear the history.
Wait.
We know the history. Because you can't do that.
But wait, hon. It's not about Joe Rogan having leverage from the back office to have a name already, and people. Yeah, that's cool. You garnered fans. Maybe he had 100,000 people that followed him at that time. Cool, that's great. It's the Joey Diaz who nobody fucking knew until he got on Joe Rogan's podcast. It's like you take that, then there's people that thousands of people follow him just because of that. It's like it just parlays different. It's the growth. It's like he's been doing this for over 10 years.
15 years.
And it's like these people are just attached to him. And they don't even know him from that shit that you talking about. They know him from the podcast.
You're not talking about what I'm talking about. I'm not talking
about. No, but let me explain.
Hold
on. Let me tell you.
You're not talking about what I'm talking about.
Let me
you go ahead.
Hold on. Let me tell you.
Try.
It's not about trying. Okay. When you talking about from starting now. I'm talking about when he starts in 2008. When he's like, I'm just doing this for fun. I'm just doing this. There's no one watching. I don't have no celebrities. Nobody wanted to come on the show, and I know this because they're like, what the fuck is this? What are we doing? He just was doing it for fun, spending his own money. It just kept building up.
I was doing.
This is what I'm trying to tell you. He had nothing, no backing. There was nothing there. Now, if he started in today's climate,
he didn't always have guests.
He didn't have none of that shit. He was just sitting there talking, smoking his weed. He'd bring one of his buddy on who has maybe
talk shit and pull up
5,000 followers. Nothing. And people just kept saying, why are you doing this dumb shit? Why are you doing this dumb shit? Then boom, it blows up. Okay, now we want to go. Oh, YouTube wasn't always monetized. This is just something. How long has it been? It's been monetized. Maybe half the time YouTube's been in existence. He had no play on this. Nothing. No sponsorship. Nothing.
Okay, are y'all done now?
Mm-hmm.
Y'all not talking about what I'm talking about.
Which is?
For the 13th time, okay? It's not about 100,000 fans. It's not about who paid. Y'all are thinking creatively. Like y'all always do. And I would think that y'all
What's the business incentive for somebody who doesn't have... What is the business incentive?
I'm going to tell you what the business incentive is for. I'm going to tell you. I'm going to give you an example for myself. I'm going to use my man E. Parler, right? He's one of the biggest motherfuckers behind me that don't nobody know. You know what his incentive is? When you get big, I know I'm good. Okay. That's it. That's the business incentive. Right. So when Joe Rogan is here, Joe Rogan can know the Tish family, nigga. This is what I'm trying to explain to y'all. Yo, it's not about I spent my money on this. It's about the connections and knowing where it could go. It's like Cosmic Kev when you was on the phone with me and you saw me take the first call from Kev, and Kev said, you know what? I'm gonna get you out here, bro. I'm gonna get you here, bro. But you know what you gotta do for me, bro? Keep doing what you doing. That's how it happens. And I'm trying to explain to y'all, it's happening for us, but you think that this
No,
we're not
you
talking
can't
about
we're
us.
not talking
We're just
about
talking
us.
about Joe Rogan.
That's not what happened. Because you're comparing a landscape from then. Nobody knew what the fuck he was doing. He was being laughed at, disrespected. They said,
He
how
was
the
losing his money, just putting his money
Yes,
into
he
it.
just was doing it for fun.
You ready? You ready for now? You know that shit he's trying to tell people that's gonna go on in 2024? That I got privy information to? You think niggas don't have that information? You think niggas, this is what y'all don't understand. Niggas know what's being built out ahead of time. Niggas are doing things to get their market share before everybody. So that information that was privy to me, nobody would know, right? So now I'm telling you, when I came back with the information, I said, yo, bro, this is what we gotta do. Why? Because this is what they're gonna be doing in 2024. And 2025 is gonna be the biggest peak when they're gonna bring the money in. Nobody knows that, right? So I'm preparing for that. So when niggas is saying, why was y'all doing this? Because I knew 2 years from now, this was gonna be the landscape, nigga. So if my little ass, this black nigga right here has the information of what I'm telling you, what the fuck make y'all think that a nigga on TV?
Because
what make y'all think that a nigga on TV
you
didn't have
hold on,
information?
S. You had the connections, you had everything, and somebody came to you and said, "Hey, you should go acting." And what did you say to them?
No, I stutter. I don't want to act.
And you looked at them like they was crazy, right?
No.
Come on. You said you wasn't gonna go take the class. You didn't want to do the acting
Because
gig,
I
all that
stuttered.
stuff.
I did not look at them crazy. I took the role. I took the paper. I wasn't good at it. Then he said, when you wasn't good at it, then he said, yo, go take the classes. I said, I'm making $300,000 managing. I'm not gonna go take classes, and I stutter. But I tried it. I went for it, nigga. And after I started,
Why you didn't keep going?
I said I was making $300,000.
But so Joe Rogan was making money doing stand-up.
I was making.
He did not stop.
I was making Joe Rogan. I'm a black kid, right? making $300,000, managing 3 artists, a producer. I have to take care of them before I go take classes and do this. That's why I didn't do it, because I didn't have time to, and I had to protect my investment of what was going on. But what I have had privy information on, what that man told me, I was gonna be the next big Denzel Washington. He had me, and you know who the other man he had? Channing Tatum. Channing Tatum became somebody and made a lot of money. And he gave me privy shit. You know why? He said, I got the roles for you. This is all privy information.
But my thing is, you didn't take that opportunity. You did something else.
But I'm talking about privy. The thing is,
so the same way Joe Rogan may have privy information, he didn't take that opportunity. He didn't do that. He did it his way.
My question to you is, this is why I keep saying, I do everything my way too.
No, okay, go. What's the question?
I do everything my way too. Does that mean niggas not helping me?
No, but what we're telling you is you don't understand, because you're looking at what YouTube is now.
I'm not looking at YouTube.
No, yes, because the
He's not
example.
talking about you.
Hold on. I'm just explaining this. When YouTube came, you couldn't even upload a video past 9 minutes. What was it? 280? No, you know this.
He's not talking about YouTube.
I'm not talking
What,
about
so,
YouTube.
But you hold on. But when you're saying Joe Rogan, you're like, how does he not know what this is gonna become? What are you talking about then?
I'm not talking about YouTube. I'm talking about the space.
The space of what?
The space of podcasting, YouTubing, streaming, the talk radio space.
Yeah, but what I'm telling you,
this whole space.
He created that space for people. He didn't say, this is what it's gonna, like, he didn't have foreshadow. Oh, this is what it's gonna be. He's just like, oh, you can push it on YouTube now? All right, cool. Like, it wasn't like that.
Let me give you an example. Hold on.
And it parlayed. Hold
on. I'm gonna give a perfect example. Use yourself. Did motherfuckers know that you were gonna come the way you come and speak about the music business? There was a lot of people that could have had the foreshadowing. Since you exploded on my expert opinion, giving what happened, it's a big shock. Now it's like all these music execs we're seeing trying to emulate you. Sometimes you get a perfect storm and then it leads to this is the road. That's how I'm looking at it with Joe Rogan. Even though you have knowledge of this, and this, how you came and presented yourself, you're just like, nah, this is how I do it. And it works. And now we got a whole bunch of copycats.
And you know what I was privy to? A bunch of back office.
You know who else you were privy? You know who else you were privy to?
Drake.
You know who else you were privy? Like, I could keep naming things you were privy to that you did not take the opportunity on.
What you
It's
mean you
the
didn't take the
same way.
opportunity?
I didn't. See, you don't know what you're talking about. Every see.
But in
I'm
what
the
way?
king-
Yeah.
I'm the king of taking
This nigga will get on a plane yesterday.
You don't.
Yo,
what you're
bro.
talking about, me being privy to having Drake. I didn't miss out on Drake. I couldn't pull the trigger on Drake. I needed somebody else to pull the trigger on Drake. 2 other people. They wouldn't pull a trigger. I did everything I could
To make sure shit
had
was lit.
Drake, my music. I had 500,000 from a hedge fund. I had the Jewish niggas on my side. Everything. But they couldn't see the vision. I had the back office information. I said, no matter what happens, bro, I got $500,000 to work this nigga record. We good. That wasn't enough for the other people. The
Got you.
back office information. It wasn't good enough. I can't say their names, but it wasn't good enough for them. They didn't seize the day, which caused me to miss an opportunity of an extreme payday that would have changed my whole fucking family's life, nigga.
Forever.
But their excuse to me is off topic was, yo, we couldn't have broken Drake like Lil Wayne. What Lil Wayne put into Drake with doing a mixtape with him and putting him on hit singles and having a radio budget through Cash Money, Young Money, we didn't have that, Randy. So
Do you believe that?
if we would have had Drake, it might not have been the same thing.
No,
Do you
I
believe that? Hold on. Do you believe that, knowing what you've rolled out with artists and understanding how budgets
I kind of believe it.
Life works itself
I
out.
kind of believe it. That's why when they explained it to me in that fashion, I stopped being me and dude. That Drake thing was a big deal for a long time.
Nigga, you seen it in real time.
Niggas
I
don't
understand.
That Drake shit was a big deal, and the only
Shit.
reason why I calmed down off the Drake shit was because he was like, "Yo, we didn't have the platform or the mechanism to break Drake like Lil
That's
Wayne
understood.
did." And I'm gonna be honest, it's true. So when I look at it, yeah, I might have took the 500 grand, and we might have had a chance to do something, but Drizzy might not be Drizzy right now. Lil Wayne might not have fucked with Wayne if he came through me and the other label people.
That makes sense.
The same exact way. You might not have had the phenomenon of a Nicki Minaj coming behind
With Drake, the
and
merging
doing
of that
everything.
Young Money. That
it
makes
have-
sense.
Timing, like what we realize with business and even with relationships, timing is everything.
Ooh, what
I
you got
get
on
it.
your mind, Ghost?
I'm with you with the timing is everything. But you got with Joe Rogan, timing was everything.
Okay.
It's the same thing.
I mean, but listen, man.
Hi,
No. I'm
we'll
not
go next
arguing.
topic,
No,
next
I'm not
topic.
arguing with you. Listen, I can't discredit, having backroom knowledge. It's just, especially the shit we've been privy to the past 14 months as a trio is ridiculous. Like real shit. And that's not even nothing serious that we know. Like, so, it could be very plausible.
I don't
What
know
you got
nothing.
on, huh?
I don't know nothing. Go.
You don't know nothing. All right. We don't usually touch on relationships, but this is a business transaction with the whole Young Jeezy divorce.
Oh my gosh.
And we're
It's
always
a business transaction.
yeah, and now with the whole infidelity in the prenup, because Jeezy's getting dragged through the mud as if he's a cheater, but we have to explain the ghost of clause. It's any type of communication or emotional interaction via text messages, all media platforms can be considered cheating. You telling your moms "I love you" can be considered cheating based on how that prenup is structured.
Well,
And-
not if it's my mom.
No, because of the wording. The wording is so broad. Any persons you have an emotional relationship with. So that's how, remember how we were on our way to the meeting, I was explaining to you the Mann Act? and you're like, that's really considered trafficking, even though in technicality, the trafficking we understand is really kidnapping somebody and sending them over to Europe, as opposed to, yo, I drove over a bridge from another state with a girl and she wanted to get out the car.
Yeah, but that's easily disputed because the lawyer could just ask. The lawyer could just ask him to define what emotional is, and then the judge is gonna hear that crazy shit.
No, it's not.
And be like, yo,
I'm gonna tell you why it's not gonna work. Because see, when I'm saying this ain't me saying it. A lawyer went over this and said, Jeezy, you're gonna get cooked. Because here's the problem. He signed the prenup was 1 day before the wedding. So he rushed to sign it. Okay. Once he did that, that's all binding. That's up right there for all types of interpretation. Just based on how that shit is interpreted, leaving a heart emoji on a girl's video where her ass shaking can be considered cheating. That's the communication. I'd have to pull up the paperwork. And the lawyers was like, I would never have no fiance or husband sign this. It's too broad to get scraped. You dig what I'm saying? He's going to pay a penalty, sadly, man.
I mean, the easiest way that they say for your fortune to get taken is through divorce.
Mm-hmm.
That's why many people are either signing prenups or they're not getting married at all. I mean, this is standard business now. You know what I'm saying? So if people are going to put infidelity in paperwork.
Yeah, in the prenup.
I'm going to be honest, they fools. I would never put that in there because you never know where emotions is going to lead you and what time is going to be. That makes no sense. You don't know how you're going to feel, how somebody's going to treat you over an extended period of time. Jenny Ma might have been a wonderfully nurturing woman, but after they had the kid, she could have turned into something else. That's not the same person who I married.
Yes.
She's different now. We've had problems now. She reacts to things now. She don't sleep in the same room as me now. Things change.
Rapidly, too. It don't take long. 18 months can flip fast.
When infidelity is in there, you already know that that's something different because people make mistakes all the time and get taken back. People get forgiven all the time. But if you're doing that, if you're putting that in a prenup, we already know where this is going. It ain't too many people that I know of, and I do know a couple of people that have prenups. All of them, except for 2 people, have gotten divorced. It's like the prenup is the prerequisite for divorce to me.
You mean more got divorced because they had a prenup?
No, or it just seems like that it's easier to get divorced. I got a prenup. I know where I go. I know what I'm doing.
It's protection.
You know what? Peace be unto you. So I'm just saying, out of 10 people, I'm giving an analogy. I don't want to say the amount of people because nigga might be like, oh, you spoke on my shit.
No, I got you.
So say out of 10 people that I know that got
give a percentile then.
2 of them are still married.
Oh, okay. So
8 of them are divorced.
Like an 80%.
So I said it's easy. When you have a prenup, it's easy to me to get divorced. What's the incentive to stay together if you have a prenup for real, if there's really no love in there?
Because without the prenup, you get waxed for the most part, depending on what state you're in. Some states are more favorable than others. I know they've said California is like the worst state for a man to get divorced. You get liquidated on a different scale. Atlanta too. And you got so many things tied in. Once you become married, you become a union. Especially when we posted the clip about Diddy marrying Carisha, they're like, what sense does that make? She would have half ownership of everything he is without a prenup, or depending on what the language of the prenup is. So the prenup is based on the success of who the person is more so. If you going, but you never know.
But Jay-Z and Beyonce got a prenup, and they prenup was just on television. They was like, if she would have had no kids and they were divorced, then she would have had $1 million. She gets a certain amount of million for every amount of kids she has, and how long that they stay married, and all the rest of these type of
big
things.
Business.
You know what I'm saying?
Nah, yeah. Each prenup. The thing about prenups is you can adjust it for yourself. Like, so there's one guy, he had in his prenup, my wife must give me sex 15 times a month. Yeah, and if she doesn't, she violates the terms.
This is crazy.
Yes, and also women have things in their prenup. He must give me a spending budget for me to go shopping. And
I understand.
Shit is crazy.
I understand the prenup.
It's business.
If you're rich and you're not, okay, we definitely. And I'm not saying two rich people don't need a prenup. I'm not saying that. I'm saying it's clear cut when if I like you and you are a waitress and I am a millionaire, we need to have some type of prenup to say if this doesn't work out, because you might be rocking with me because I'm rich. You might be rocking with me because I'm famous.
Yes.
When you got money on money, you think it's less of a chance to, and then on top of that, those people usually marry for power. So they don't even really be liking each other neither.
I mean, think about this. Rihanna once said she doesn't want to get married. Remember, she had said that, and because ASAP would immediately become a billionaire, because I think she's worth $2 billion, if I'm not mistaken.
Listen.
So he would immediately become a billionaire.
But why wouldn't she just marry him and sign a prenup? Do you think it's about money? Because she could just sign.
Because
I'm sure ASAP Rocky would sign a prenup and marry Rihanna. Especially at this
I mean, it depends on how she feels, because you could, cater the prenup to where I think they say ASAP's worth $30 million. If they divorce, right?
$30 million.
Yes.
I got to look that up.
30
ASAP Rocky's worth $30 million.
Yeah.
More than $30 million?
And
that modeling shit is making him $30 million?
We never know where money's coming from. And remember, he's the father of Rihanna's babies.
That's definitely
so checks are just gonna come in.
That's definitely taking him up now. I ain't thinking about
They're saying like 20 million. They're saying
okay, 20 million.
Yeah,
that sounds.
They said, even when they said that
23 million.
Okay,
that's what they said, because they said 20 million, and they was like, she's worth $2 billion, and she's a billionaire.
Yeah.
And I said, wow, like, why was she like $2 billion and $20 million is $180 million?
No, nigga.
A $1.98 billion difference. $1.98 billion.
Think about it. If you slap $300 million on top of that $20 million, you're still $700 million away.
No, more than a 1.
No, I'm just from $1 billion. He's still.
Yeah, just from $1 billion. She's worth like $2 billion.
1.4.
She's worth 1.4 billion.
Yeah.
That's what I'm saying.
Yeah. So now with that prenup, it could be certain language where she might have to pay him out $100 million.
If I was ASAP Rocky and I had Rihanna and 2 kids, I'd be like,
I'm good.
Bitch, marry me. Whatever you want to do in the prenup, leave me with 10 more million. If you decide to get fly and slide, I'm good.
Yeah.
Like
I would say 20 million.
Like I'm just saying, like if
double.
For me, I lead with love. So if I really like you, like I'm corny, I guess now, because I don't know nobody else that fucking leads with love. It's like
it's
even
business.
when I was on the relationship show, they was like marriage is business and all this, and I would be like, yo, I'm not marrying my wife for a business. Like if we're not gonna lead with love, it makes no point to cross this bridge. We could just fuck around and be paid. That's all I'm saying. We don't have to get married. Let's fuck around and both be paid and move on. There's nothing wrong with that. You want to have a baby? I give you a baby, bitch. We can sign the paper showing how much I got to pay, but you a billionaire, bitch. I shouldn't have to pay nothing. You know what I'm saying? I should be able to be daddy. You know what I mean? So, like, I think this world right now, we're making everything more complicated than it has to be.
Yeah.
Things is way simpler than everybody's.
But marriage always been like that. Think about it. The marriages that lasted the longest from throughout history were arranged marriages. That's where the dowry comes from. Take my daughter, because now you have to absorb her.
I wish that was still true.
Nah.
Who Heineken does?
Nah. You don't know what you're getting, but
You gotta get deeper into your traumas, man.
I'm talking about what happened in history. This is real shit. The father would have to give the guy a cow. That's where the dowry comes from.
How often do you think about this?
No, that's history, dog.
I just asked, how often do you think
about
this?
nothing. I'm giving you a history lesson. We just talked about marriage.
Yeah, how often do you think when marriage, you think about arranged marriages and getting
I'm just giving a history lesson because he just mentioned it triggered because he said, I think I'm corny because I'm leading with love, where all of this is more focused on business. But I've seen throughout history, a lot of the marriages were based on business. It was based on consolidating power. All right, you're from France. You're from England. Let's bring our daughter and son together. Now we got two entities, two superpowers merging together. And that's all it is.
This is the Hines family.
But it was based on genocide too. I don't know if you've seen the new Scorsese joint.
Which one is it?
It has to do all about marriage and buying into the family.
Doing
and
Robert
shit.
De Niro, the killer flower, whatever that is.
I'm gonna check that out.
All about
I'm
to do
gonna
about
order
the
that
natives and the white people coming together and them taking their land.
I'm rolling up and I'm watching that tonight. That's on the bottom of my joint to order. I'm watching that
crazy.
thing tonight. But what I want to ask y'all about too, I got another question because we got to go. I know we got to pivot.
We got more work to do, ladies and gentlemen.
What about the rappers or the musicians making clearly way more money off of everything else beside music? What about that?
That's
Because
makes the
ASAP
music
Rocky
suffer.
is 20 millionaire, not because of music.
No.
Rihanna's a 1.4 billionaire, not because of music.
Yeah.
Neither is Jay-Z, neither is Beyonce. Beyonce and Jay-Z
Even the little
probably have
one,
made the
even-
most off of music.
Even Lil Baby, even the
Is
small.
Drake the only artist to really
Drake
make...
too?
Hold
He
on.
crazy. He
Drake
got a
makes
Nike
money,
deal.
way more money away from music than he does. Now
we don't know his dealings,
so
that's
is-
why.
So
Or they're not public.
all these people make way more money away from music than they do off of music. It doesn't matter really who it is because the way it's broke down, even
Jim
though
Jones
is getting a better deal, right? So do we understand that diversifying who you are is bigger than the music that you put out?
We spoke about it on the other episode. This is where is it enough to just sell music now? Remember, that's where I was coming from.
But I'm talking about even if you so say you sell the music, this is building off of it.
All right, let's go for it.
So
let's build this
it's
out.
all about is diversification the most important thing when you
It's
have
the
a
number
talent?
one thing.
So that's why a lot of people are not making it then.
Yes.
Because the same thing that we have to do with this camera, right?
Everyone has to
To
do it.
diversify to make money is the same thing that a rapper has to do to make money. So what's the most? So why? So right now, why would I rap?
You mean yourself?
I didn't want you to
Anybody.
rap. Who would have?
No, anybody. Why?
No, but you know why you would rap?
Why?
You said it before. That's
marketing.
That's the introduction for people to see your face, feel your vibe.
Sexy Red.
Yes. Now, because
Okay.
and then once these hit records hit, and remember, we just had somebody sent us a DM. A hit record puts you in a lot of eyeballs.
He said hit record could cure cancer.
Yes, it could.
He said Puffy needs a hit record, and Puffy Bill Caster. We talking about. He said nigga, a hit record could cure cancer.
Yeah. So
You need to put a video out for that Justin Bieber joint.
yeah, so now when people start seeing you and you're international, all these deals come through. Think about all the meetings that we've had from just doing what we do here.
You're making my point.
Yes.
Why would I rap?
No, the rap is because
So it's marketing.
it's,
Rap is
hold on.
marketing.
If they didn't rap, if Rihanna wasn't in the music, would she have been able to parlay Fenty?
But y'all missing my point. I would just go get a camera. If I
Yeah,
even wanted to
that's-
be,
yeah.
Fuck rapping, fuck acting.
Yeah, but
whatever I
then
want
you
to
call
do,
them
like,
herbs.
anything.
Yeah, you fucked
Why
up the
does
landscape.
Casanat-
You gotta stop that.
I'm telling you,
We
Why
fucking
does
with
Casanat want to be with the rappers?
no, I'm not talking.
No.
about that.
Listen to what he's
I'm
about
not
to say.
talking about being this guy and becoming a rapper. I'm saying if I want to rap, the first thing that I would do, this is what I'm telling rappers, is I would go get a camera, right?
Yeah.
And this is how I can bring you to my vibe. When you think about Mano, when you think about what's going on with Jim Jones, the whole renaissance of Jim Jones is from talking shit,
Personality.
and making great points.
But that's a code that's already broken. There's Jake Paul and them niggas that became boxers off of YouTube.
Yes.
So this is what I'm saying. While all these people is running around, you gonna see. While all these people is running around, this is for y'all. Now all y'all running around, trying to go in the studios, trying to figure out what you're gonna do, trying to figure out marketing, trying to figure out how to get popular. Go buy yourself a camera. You don't have to podcast.
You don't need a camera. Use your phone.
That's true.
They need the reason why I'm saying the camera. When I say camera, I mean somebody like other person.
Not even. Hassan Campbell is popping because I showed him how to use YouTube on his phone.
But boom. So they need so people are what it's the reverse strategy for y'all. Y'all were using music to bring people into the world, Everybody's doing music, y'all. Y'all got to be a little more innovative. And I'm not saying that this is so unturned. I'm saying right now, at the end of 2023, if somebody tells me I'm 25 years old and you could rap and I'm doing things, the first thing that I'm not trying to go to a studio. I'm not trying to do anything. I need to get popular. Popularity is having faces. We got 10 million views. Niggas ain't getting 10 million streams. You follow what I'm saying? And I'm only saying this because a dude from California, I can't remember his name. I'm ended right here.
You talking about DDG?
Nah, this nigga's trying to book me to come to California to be on his show. It's a 90-minute show. So he's telling me the show, and I'm listening. I'm like, yo, but you rap, right? He's like, yeah. He's like, but I'm not going to focus on me rapping. I'm going to do a musical platform and have other artists there, and once I get popular, I'm going to drop my record.
DDG.
DDG. That's what we said. DDG.
DDG's a YouTuber.
Yeah.
I'm going to drop my record.
You know what it is? Every time we've been interacting with rappers, and I always told you, oh, God, I don't want these fuckers rapping. There's just something about these dudes wanting to be on stage and the crowd is cheering and they're able to manipulate the crowd based on their words. I think that's still the allure because that's what all of them say. Yo, when I'm in front of that crowd, there's nothing comparable to it. And
I'm going to tell you what's comparable to getting paid.
Yeah,
For sure. I be in front of the crowd and I be manipulating them and I'm not even a fucking rapper.
No. Yo, listen.
I be filming manipulating niggas like, yo, and they be
The three
going
of
crazy.
us agree, but when it comes to these rappers, I don't know. This is why your question is valid. Why are you so focused on driving through the rap first? Work everything in tandem. But
That's how it go now.
But a lot of people,
They're not doing it. And
Because
the problem
don't
is,
take it serious.
And the problem, that's the big thing. And the other thing is they don't plan and they don't know what to do. I'm giving them the game. They're not going to sit down and take time and try to figure out how to make it work. When they gave me the game and said, market yourself like an upcoming rapper, I was like, what are they talking about? But I went home and I thought about it and thought about how could I set this plan and use this camera to move my vibe and to move my shit forward.
I mean, people want success yesterday and $1 million 10 years ago. That's just what it is. No one has the patience. No one has the grind. People want their shit immediately. They feel like because they came out their mom's box and they fly, they're entitled to all levels of success. That's just what it is. That's why they don't take the time to learn. That's why they don't take the time to really study. They're like, it's me and it's gonna work.
Taking time to learn and study your craft in whatever business, whatever career that you're doing is key. The information of knowing who did what, how they did it, how they won, how they failed, what they did to come back is totally key for helping you skip a process so you don't fall on your face and not be able to come back. Do your research, pay attention to what other people is doing, apply it to what works well for you, and move forward. BagFuel. Like, subscribe, super thanks. Y'all ain't been super thanking. You know what I'm saying?
They want us to go live.
Keep sharing. Hit the bell. Ring the bell so you know when the episodes drop. All of them, not just one of them. Hit the bell. Make sure it's programmed right. And we appreciate everybody for following us and doing what you do. We out of here.